This episode sponsored by Clio, cloud-based practice management software. Makes it easy to manage your law firm from intake to invoice. Try it for free at Clio.com. That's CLIO.com, CLIO.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Road with Legal Talk Network. That's where I'm supposed to say my name, Jared Correia, and I'm the host of today's show, which is being recorded on location at the 2019 Clio Cloud Conference in San Diego, California. Beautiful San Diego, California, where it's always classy. So joining me now, I have three guests. I've got Nefra MacDonald from Clio, who's on their Affinity Partners team. Rio Peterson, also from Clio, who's on their Affinity Partners team.
Pleasure,
and then
as always.
We let somebody in who's not affiliated with Clio directly.
Not directly.
We've got Jonathon Israel from the Florida State Bar.
That's correct.
Florida Bar Association, Florida State Bar.
No
How do you prefer to be called?
Florida Bar.
Florida Bar.
Yep.
Too cool to be an association.
That's right.
I get it. Before we get to our topic, however, I'm going to let everybody intro themselves while I kick back. So let's start with Nefra.
Awesome. So I'm Nefra MacDonald. I am the Affinity Programs Manager at Clio, and I have been in the legal industry for about 10 years, working in legal tech specifically for at least a good 3 or 4. Have the pleasure of working with fine folks at the bar associations around the country. We also do a lot of events, and definitely a passionate speaker about attorney health and wellness, but also I'm a process geek. So it's been fun to be able to travel the country and talk to law firms about how to do things just a little bit better.
Just a little bit better. Not that they need a lot of work, right?
No, I mean, just small baby steps.
Law firms crushing it. Rio, you're next.
Yeah, that was a really great intro. I don't know if I can, live up to that one.
If you can.
So yes, my name is Rio from Clio, and I am the Affinity Program Coordinator at Clio. So I work with Nefra, work with our bar partners and kind of help set them up for success. I've been with Clio for 2 years now. I started in support, so kind of got a really good grasp of our product and everything it's capable of, and then transitioned onto the Affinity team where I definitely I'm very passionate about helping, working with our partners and, building strong relationships and, setting everyone up for success, so.
Thank you. Rio and Nefra, both great. Now let's turn to Jonathon, who's known to his friends as T-Bone. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do at the Florida Bar?
Sure, and I'll try and live up to the hype that these two have already set. But so I'm Jonathon Israel. I'm director of the Florida Bar's Practice Resource Center, or as we like to call it, LegalFuel, at the Florida Bar. So we deliver law office and law practice management assistance to the members of the Florida Bar. And we also like to partner with our vendors like Clio and some of our other member benefits to help make sure that we're bringing the resources to our bar members that help make their lives easier.
Proud history of law practice management consulting at the Florida Bar, I might add.
Oh, yeah.
All the way from beautiful Tallahassee.
That's right. Yeah.
So let's get started. I got some questions for y'all.
All right.
So let me start with my folks from Clio. Nefra and Rio. You can arm wrestle over who answers this question. Tell me a little bit about the history of the affinity relationships that you have at Clio with bar associations.
Okay. All right, so I will...
They did not even arm wrestle. It was very amicable.
We're a good team. We work well together. So, we actually have a pretty interesting history with the bar associations. We actually owe a lot of our kind of presence as a cloud software provider to our relationship with the Michigan State Bar. That was our first partner. They really helped kind of pave the way for other bar associations to get on board, not even just with having us as a member benefit or a partner, but with the general idea of cloud-based software. I mean, we were kind of the first cloud-based practice management solution, and it was kind of an uphill battle to educate the market and educate basically the entire legal industry about, this upcoming trend of, not even trend, but industry changing direction that the legal landscape was going. So the bars have been a really, really integral part of a lot of our success. We owe so much of what we have to our partners.
Lawyers understand everything about the cloud now, though, right? So that's taken care of, at least.
Yes, absolutely, across the board.
Great. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what you do with bar associations. So the idea is to provide law practice management resources as a partner with the bar association. So how do you go about doing that? Maybe we can start with
Yeah.
Nefra this time.
Yeah, so that is definitely one of the benefits that we can offer our bar partners. So as a member benefit provider, we're giving their members discounted access to Clio. But we do produce a lot of resources for lawyers as a company already.
Yes.
That our bar partners should be taking advantage of, but maybe they just don't necessarily know that they exist, or
Yes, you say should as if they are not currently doing as much as they could.
Maybe there's no platform for it. Maybe there's
Yes.
nowhere on the website to host it, or the website's not structured in that way to be able to host, some of the resources that we provide. But that is definitely something that we want to be able to tackle and address as partners for the bar. So we introed the 2019 Legal Trends Report here at the Clio Cloud Conference earlier this morning.
I've heard about that.
And yeah,
Yes.
and so 23% of lawyers feel that their bar does provide adequate resources for them to know what they're doing when they open up their own practice. So that's 23% that feel like, okay, my bar's doing a good job at this. So there's a massive part of the market that just does not feel like their bar provides adequate resources for them to feel supported. And you're missing out on a big opportunity to provide value as a part of belonging to an association like that. So that's one thing that we really want to focus on with our partners in the coming months, is trying to show them all that we can provide to them just as a member benefit partner in a way that it's low cost or free, to just kind of beef up that library a bit.
So for those who can do the simple math or not, let me help out. That means 77% of lawyers think their bar associations could do more in terms of practice resources.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So let's talk about how that happens. Like, how can Clio, vendor partners, and bar associations work together to transform the practice of law? And I want to start with my boy Jonathon over here. I don't want you to feel like you're being left out.
Sure.
As a bar employee, how would you work with vendors to transform the practice of law? No pressure.
Right. No, none at all. The way we partner with our vendors is by, first they're on the ground level. They're kind of hearing it from their customers, seeing what needs they have and what areas that they need better resources and more help in. And so we're able to reach out to them, and they can bring in the experts in those areas and help us put on, whether it's a webinar or a CLE at our annual convention, or putting out white papers or other informational resources we can add to our LegalFuel.com website and have the information there readily available for our members at all
Right,
times.
so hold that thought, because we're going to talk about LegalFuel in a little bit. But Rio, let's turn back to you. Transformative stuff that Clio can do with bar associations. Of the long list, maybe pick a few.
Definitely supporting our partners in identifying what resources that their members could make use of, and then giving them the support that they need to in turn develop those resources. So whether that be obviously providing resources that Clio has, like the Legal Trends Report, working with them in kind of more creative ways to reach their members as well.
And the existence of the resources is one thing,
Yeah.
right? But marketing that.
Yeah.
How do your members find that? Do they know it exists? When they get to your website, is the website easy to navigate? Are you having events where you're promoting that these resources exist? So things like that are also very important, because you can have all the resources in the world, but if people don't know they exist, then what good are they?
You mean websites like the Florida Bar's LegalFuel website, perchance?
Perhaps.
That's my segue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That'd be a good way to get to it.
Time
tell
to
me a
shine,
little bit
Jonathan.
about like LegalFuel and what that is. I heard it was like a biodiesel alternative. Am I wrong?
Not in Florida.
Okay.
Maybe in
Maybe that's like
Massachusetts.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
All right, yes. Go ahead.
So LegalFuel.com is our clearinghouse, where we publish all of our law practice management, law office management assistance, resources for our bar members. It came through us trying to figure out what was the best way to make those resources readily available to our members. We had a website before, but it wasn't easily searchable, wasn't easy to find or navigate. There's resources. So we partnered with our bar leaders and tried to find the best way to do it, and they helped us design
So you just like
LegalFuel.com.
tore down and rebuilt.
Several times.
Good
but
for
yes.
you. That's gutsy.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a short podcast. I could sit here and talk about this with you guys for hours, literally hours on end, but we're going to cut it short right now. We've reached the end of this session of On the Road. I want to thank our guests for joining us today. So thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yep. Thanks for having
That's
us.
your cue to say it was amazing.
You were amazing.
Oh, thank
Jared.
you. You're too kind. So if our listeners want to learn anything more about you, they have questions, they want to follow up, how should bar associations best reach out to you?
So our team can be reached at affinity.partners@clio.com. So you can reach myself, Rio, and our colleague Emma collectively on that email address, and we'd be happy to work with you to either start a member benefit relationship or enhance the one we already have.
Cool. Rio, do you want to give people like your cell number so they can text you? Or no?
I'm okay for
Okay.
now,
We'll
Jared,
pass on that.
but thank you for giving me the option.
No problem. All right, Jonathan, if people want to learn more about Florida Bar, what you do there, LegalFuel, how do they do that?
So obviously our website is the best place to go, LegalFuel.com. You can find us on Facebook as well as Twitter if you want to, LegalFuel_FL on Twitter.
Nice. Thank you all. I want to thank my guests today, Nefra MacDonald, Rio Peterson of Clio, and then Jonathon Israel of LegalFuel/Florida Bar, and probably other stuff I don't even know about. So thank you all of our listeners, for tuning in. If you like what you hear, please rate and review us in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your favorite podcasting app is. Again, my name is Jared Correia of Red Cave Law Firm Consulting and Gideon Software, Inc. Until next time, thank you all for listening.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.